Money.
It is 8:09 coming up on 8:10. In studio is Gregg Goodman from Farmers Insurance right here in Santa Clarita. And I was looking, I know we're going to talk about employment stuff, but I was looking on this website and it has a rating for you of 5.0 out of 5.0. Look at you go, Gregg Goodman.
Customer service.
Do you work hard on customer service?
Yes.
Clearly.
We do really hard.
Do you, before we launch into what you want to talk about today, do you think that is the most important thing about being successful in your business is about the relationship between the client and the business?
I think that's probably the biggest factor that we have. You know, rates are rates. Every company has different rates for different types of insurance. But if someone needs you and they have a claim in the time of need, I mean, everyone doesn't like to pay insurance, but when there's a claim, they expect you to be there. And that's one of the biggest things that we offer at our insurance agency.
So it's relationship. Gregg Goodman, what are we talking about today? Employment, what?
Okay, employment practices liability insurance, one of the biggest killers of small businesses today. What happens is when you open a new business, you have to get your commercial liability, you have to get your workers' comp because that's required by law for any time, guard against one of your employees getting hurt. But employment practices is becoming the killer. And employment practice is sexual harassment on the job and wrongful termination.
Have you seen an uptick in the sexual harassment stuff in the last couple of years?
It's been I wouldn't say it's becoming my largest claims. Because once one of those claims gets in, the minimum is $25,000 over on a claim on those types of claims. And a lot of business owners might not know about it, but we try to do our best at Farmers Insurance to make sure that you guys are covered for that.
So where do we start? As a small business, where do we start?
What we do is anytime we do insurance for a business, we always offer that coverage. Because a lot of company owners don't understand that, and we make sure there's different types, but we try to make sure that we offer that to the insured. And
the most important part of that insurance would be right now, would you say, guarding against sexual harassment lawsuits?
Yes, because anytime you're in any type of restaurant or any type of business, there are men and women working together, and things happen, comments are made, and any type of inappropriate comments can be made, could be a lawsuit no matter what. And if you guys have been reading the news lately, the same thing that's been happening in Hollywood, it all trickles down to small businesses.
What would you say? So school us a little bit on what you shouldn't do. I know by law, I think we need to take sexual harassment courses or online stuff. As a small business, what shouldn't you do? Well, not even as a small business. What shouldn't you do? What is not acceptable in this day and age when we're talking about sexual harassment? What's the line that you cannot cross at this point? Is it just, if I say, Gregg Goodman, hey, I love your jacket. Is that, or if I raise my eyebrow, does it change the entire thing? Hey, Gregg Goodman, I love your jacket. I mean, what's that crossover?
I'm not really a lawyer on that kind of stuff, but any type of comment can be construed as a sexual harassment these days. But what happens is, let's say someone says something to somebody and they go get a lawyer. Right then and there, you're going to have a claim, and then you got to remember the lawyers always get paid. And they're going to have a claim. And like one of the things that Farmers offers that a lot of companies don't offer. Like if I insured KHTS and I can insure that through Farmers, we can endorse employment practices insurance on that insurance policy. And it's a really, really good coverage. And there's links on there. You get free training. They can do free training. They can talk to lawyers for free, and that's a really big advantage.
It is a big advantage, and we should take advantage of this because it's the climate right now. It's what society is right now.
Right, and there's lawsuits all over the place. Every time in the news you see some type of sexual harassment. And the wrongful termination is the same thing. It's even if you fire somebody, that person can still get a lawyer. But if you get advice on how to maybe document information on how you want to fire somebody, it'll be better for you in the long run. And that's one of the offers that we offer at Farmers Insurance.
Which would you say right now is more prevalent?
Sexual harassment.
And before this 2 year, I want to say in the last 2 years or so, before, Me Too and all of Harry Weinstein and all this going on,
right?
What would you say was your biggest claim? as far as small business?
For small business, wrongful terminations and workers' comp claims, because, we do a lot of workers' comp insurance also in my agency. So, because anytime the way the climate is in California, the workers take precedence over the owners in California if you go to court.
What would be a typical workers' comp claim? Is there something that stands out in your mind?
People fake that their back got hurt on the job or lifting something or whatever. And trust me, we do a lot of insurance, a lot of businesses out here, and it happens.
That's okay. So you just said something. You said something out loud, and a red flag to me. Fake a back injury. Do you find a lot of people trying to fake a claim against their employer or previous employer?
I wouldn't say that they fake a claim. They can say that they did hurt their back on the claim. At the job, and then if they do get fired, then they can always go get a lawyer and file a workers' comp claim. They can file a workers' comp claim after they're fired. Mm-hmm. So, and all that does is go on the company. It'll go on their claims history, and it does cause an effect on their rates later on.
And have you seen a lot of this as far as small businesses where someone tries to fake a claim? Have you seen
small businesses and big businesses? Yes.
But
you have to have a good insurance company with good adjusters, which will take care of it, and they'll do their investigation to make sure that the claim won't get out of hand. Because Farmers does it, and one of the good things that we do at Farmers and working with a direct agent is we can call directly to the adjuster, get updates, and make sure everything is okay.
Have you ever caught someone personally?
I have not.
No?
But I've heard about people that would put a workers' comp claim, and the next thing you know, they're working at another business.
Right.
Right. And there are Farmers adjusters will follow you around.
Well, that's their business.
Right.
That's what they have. You've got the investigators. That there's a purpose for that.
The attitude is way different. We don't want to pay out anything out of our company. Before, people wanted to settle claims, but now they want to go out and they want to investigate it, so as little possible comes out of the insurance company. Especially if a claim is legit, no problem. But if it's not a legit claim, why do you want to pay the money?
Does that in turn raise rates? Like if you have to pay out all these fake claims,
yes.
In turn, it's going to cost you, and therefore it's going to come back to us because the rates will have to go up.
I don't want to get into how workers' comp rating works and everything, but frequency of claims is bigger than severity of claims. How's that? The more claims you have, the more it's worse on your record. And workers' comp is based on your claims history, and you can get what they call an experience mod, and you can get a credit or a debit based on that.
Protect your small business. Check in with Gregg Goodman, Farmers Insurance. Give me I need a website, and I need your phone number to call you.
You can just go to farmers.com and type in Gregg Goodman Insurance Agency, and my phone number at the office is 661-254-6739.
254-6739.
And my cell number anytime.
Really? Wait a minute. Hold on. This is your private cell number we're putting on over the air? What?
It's on all my business cards.
Okay.
661-803-2028.
Huh. Can we text you too?
You can. Text is good. Yeah, text is good. No problem.
Emojis? Gregg Goodman has 4 Gs. 3 in Gregg, 1 in Goodman.
Triple G plus 1.
There you go. Gregg Goodman, Farmers Insurance. Always a pleasure. Thanks so much for the
education again
on employment insurance. Thank you so much.